100 days. Candidate Trump made much of, the pernicious influence peddlers in Washington, D.C., the revolving door between high-level government political appointees and lobby firms. He called D.C. a swamp again and again and again, and he promised to drain it. So how's he doing? He was going to have a 5-year ban. If you worked for him in a high-level position, 5-year ban from becoming a lobbyist. And, of course, there was already an existing provision, ethics provision, that forbid lobbyists from joining agencies that lobbied in the prior 2 years. So let's check in. Number one, Chad Wolf, lower left, lower right. He has been named Chief of Staff for the Transportation Security Administration. For the last 2 years, he has lobbied the TSA to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a new carry-on luggage screening device. Now, as Chief of Staff, he's in the position to decide whether or not that agency will purchase the device as it's being tested and evaluated for use. Now, how could that be? Well, President Trump eliminated that ethics provision that you couldn't join an agency which you'd been lobbying for 2 years. So, hence, number one, Chad Wolf. Number two, Michael Catanzaro. He is the top White House energy advisor. He worked last year as a lobbyist for energy companies, oil, gas, and coal, and was lobbying to stop or overturn the Obama attempts to deal with climate change, including the Clean Power Plan and various other things. But he's now the top White House advisor. Okay, well, we're not doing so good so far. Well, how about the 5-year prohibition? That's pretty stiff. None of these guys are going to leave their lucrative lobby jobs and come and work as a public servant at those low salaries if they can't go back to lobbying, right? So that's got to be cleaning up the swamp. Whoops, oh no, not so much. Marcus Peacock, senior White House budget advisor. He is leaving the Trump administration to join the Business Roundtable 77 days after he started working for President Trump. He's going to lead the policy group on key issues relating to the Trump agenda, including taxes, infrastructure, regulatory reform, and he signed the pledge saying that for 5 years he would not lobby this administration. But he got a waiver, just a little waiver. So much for the 5-year restriction. Anybody who wants to leave the Trump administration just goes and gets a waiver, and they go right back to the lobbying firm. So the revolving door is spinning faster and faster. But how about the president saying no one should benefit from this kind of public service? Well, Elijah Cummings and I have raised concerns about the lease of the Trump Hotel here, which says specifically that no government official shall benefit, no elected official of the United States of America shall benefit from this lease. But President Trump says that that's not a problem, and the new temporary appointee of head of the GSA says it's not a problem. He's not benefiting. The money's going into trusts, and the trusts can only use the money to improve the properties or pay down the debt, so therefore he doesn't benefit. Huh? But then we had a really kind of strange incident this week where the State Department posted ads for Mar-a-Lago on an official government website, ostensibly because they just wanted to show people the summer or winter White House. Of course, they were showing the rooms and that. I don't think they had the rates posted. You still had to call. They took it down after people complained about it. So we're not doing so good on the drain the swamp stuff. But I want to help the president here. I introduced a bill at the beginning of this Congress, the Drain the Swamp Act. Maybe he doesn't know these things are going on. Maybe he doesn't know this guy, Peacock, got a waiver. Maybe he doesn't know that these people were lobbying these agencies, and he really does want to drain the swamp. So I'm hoping he will endorse a bill I've introduced, the Drain the Swamp Act, which would, instead of having a signed agreement which can be waived by some random bureaucrat at the White House in secret, would actually put into statute a 5-year ban on returning to lobbying after you high-level political appointee in this or any future administration. Now, that would really drain the swamp. So the question is the president just going to pretend that the swamp doesn't exist anymore, Or would he like to put some teeth in a law that would actually help us drain the swamp and stop this pernicious revolving door and influence peddling that he was so offended by as a candidate, but seems to be turning a blind eye to as President of the United States?